We now have the pleasure by being joined by the head coach of the Oregon Ducks, Dan Lanning. Coach, I just as a college football fan, when I get to watch on Saturdays, watching you either from the pregame or on the sideline is one of my favorite things because you get absolutely fired up from the chest bumps to the pregame speech. What is it about football that gets so much of your passion that gets you fired up?
Well, I love playing, and I can't play anymore. So the next closest thing is coaching, and it's just something fun about it. It doesn't feel like you're working, man. It's a physical sport. It kind of involves all the things that I really appreciate, toughness and physicality and intelligence. And I just think there's a lot of pieces that make football, the greatest game in the world. And to get to be a part of it every week and every day is a lot of fun for me.
And the word culture gets thrown around a lot by different coaches, and it's kind of become a buzzword in college football. But watching your team last year, like the culture that y'all played with on the field, like jumped out of the screen. How do you go about building a strong culture in your mind when it comes to what y'all did last year?
Yeah, we talk about our DNA traits a lot, and we always say that. We say if you're watching our team play, those DNA traits need to show up. You need to be able to sit there and say, I can see that, I can describe that. One of our DNA traits is connection. Right. And you want to see that connection when you watch our team play. Growth, you want to see us get better week to week, the way we improve throughout the season or even throughout the game. Toughness, sacrifice. So all those things we want to see show up. And I'm certainly maybe a younger coach, but I didn't used to think the culture stuff mattered. Now I realize it's about the only thing that does matter.
Well, the last time that you joined us, you gave us just an absolute golden quote. You said, everybody wants the baby, but nobody wants to go through the labor pains today in modern college football. Is there some more labor pains that y'all are going to go through this upcoming season to get to where you want to go? Is there another evolution for y'all when it comes to 2024?
I hope so. Because that means you're growing, right? Like, I hope it's not easy. I don't think it will be easy. We've got a talented team, but there's a lot of work to be done for us to be the team that we want to be. And that means there's some labor pains, right? You got to learn through some wins and losses, not necessarily on the field, but off the field and in practice and in the meeting room. So there's some growth in front of us that I'm really excited about. And that means that we're going to experience some difficulty in that transition.
Well, last year you guys had one of the best quarterbacks, and not the best quarterback in the entire country in Bo Nix, and y'all just go out and get probably the next best option via the transfer portal and Dylan Gabriel from Oklahoma. What made him the right fit for y'all when it came to establishing that next guy for y'all next year?
Well, I think we all know that it starts at quarterback. You got to have, people that can compete to win. And if you don't have that, it's really hard to win in college ball. So we're really excited about the people we were able to add, Dylan, Dante, the guys that we have in that room right now. But Dylan's proven to be a winner. He's had a lot of success in college football. I think you look at the final stretch of college football last season, you see a lot of quarterbacks with experience. His experience is going to pay off for us, as well as having those other guys in the room that are really talented.
You mentioned Dante Moore, Coach. I mean, it's very, very rare for anybody to be able to keep more than one high-profile quarterback on their depth chart, and y'all went out and acquired two really high-profile quarterbacks via the portal. What were those conversations like with him when it came to him making a decision to come to Eugene?
Yeah, it really parlayed off of, our conversation before he went to UCLA to start. And there was a really strong relationship there. I think this place had something he desired and something he wanted to be a part of kind of the whole time. And maybe going somewhere else helped him realize that even more, that this is the place that he wanted to be, wanted to experience, and, some of the guys that he wanted to be able to play with.
And y'all have, it feels like, at least crushed the transfer portal from the outside looking in. I'm not sure how y'all feel, behind closed doors over there, because I know you guys have an extremely high standard. But every single high-profile kid that jumps in there, it feels like y'all are always in the mix or getting a visit or getting commitment. What is your philosophy when it comes to recruiting the portal?
Well, find guys that make your program better, right? That enhance the character of your program, and that are going to create competition, And for us, we still always want to build it from the ground up. We want to sign great high school classes, but competition is necessary to get the best out of people. So we want to create that competition and find ways to enhance our roster, make sure we don't have holes when you step on the field on Saturday. And I think that gives us our best chance of being successful.
And not just at the portal level, but also the high school level, y'all have crushed it. When it comes to recruiting the line of scrimmage, it feels like watching Oregon over the course of the last couple of seasons, y'all are built like a Big Ten team even before getting to the Big Ten. What's the eval process for y'all when it comes to finding the right big human beings in the trenches?
Well, I just think winning football in general starts up front. If you want to be a team that's recognized as a tough team, a team that can control the line of scrimmage, you have to have great players up front. You have to have size. You have to have strength. in the front, and that's what we've looked to recruit. And we've been fortunate enough to be able to put multiple guys in those positions, and that's going to create, again, more one-on-ones for players. A better opportunity to reestablish line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, and give your guys outside a chance to win, whether it's in the secondary or wide out. Give your backs a chance to run or linebackers to play clean.
And Coach, is there a little extra pride on the defensive side of the ball for you? Because now you're a head coach. You obviously coach defense at Georgia and throughout other stops. Is there a little extra part of you that's like, yeah, I want to see my defense go run and hit somebody?
I mean, I love defensive football, but I'll say this: sitting in the head coach chair, you like it when your offense goes out there and scores a lot of points.
Sure.
I've become pretty fond of both, and I don't like being on the wrong side of either. So, we were one of the two teams, I think, in college football this past year that finished with a top 10 scoring offense and a top 10 scoring defense. And I think what that means is you're getting better in practice, right? When you go against a really good opponent every day in practice, you hope that can be some of the best competition you see all year.
I love that. Yeah, like defense or offense? We like both. We're really good at both at Oregon. When it comes to the move to the Big Ten, what about that move fires you up? Going to be a lot of fun games for us as fans to watch. What about this move to the Big Ten Conference gets you excited?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of it. Great football, first off. You're going to get to play against some of the premier programs in college football. There's a lot of these places that I haven't been able to go to as a coach, and I've kind of been to a lot of different stops in my stops and in my time in college ball. So just getting to go to some of these places for the first time, I think will be a lot of fun. To get to play some of these teams, I think will be a lot of fun. And as crazy as college football has been the last few years, there's certainly some clarity for us at Oregon with the conference that we're joining and where that positions us for the future.
And they got to come to Autzen too. I mean, the environment that y'all are going to get over the course of the next couple of seasons with games against Michigan and Ohio State in the future and Penn State and all that. I mean, is that something that you look forward to, getting to be in an atmosphere like that with those Big Ten games being played?
Yeah, every coach, every player wants to play in big games. And with this move for us in the future, we're going to get to play in some really big games, some great atmospheres that make, college football that much more fun.
Coach, as a college football fan, we get to consume a lot of the things that y'all's creative teams put together. And it felt like every single week your creative team was just producing banger after banger. And the best banger was when you announced, like, hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in Oregon. Why, I'll rephrase that. What about Oregon is so special that makes you continue to reaffirm, like, hey, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere?
Yeah, I just love everything about this place. It starts with the commitment from the top. We have really great alignment. I enjoy working with our athletic director, Rob Mullins, every single day. He's somebody that I'm able to lean on. I think that we have clear direction of where we're headed. And for me personally, my family, we really enjoy living here. And I have 3 boys that we've moved a good amount. It's nice not to move. It's nice not to, pack up boxes again. And when you see everything that you want in a job, and you have a program that you enjoy coaching, players you made commitments to, that's something you want to see through.
Without question. Well, Coach, we appreciate you making some time for us in the midst of busier season here before y'all get a little bit of a break. But we can't wait to watch y'all in the spring and hopefully get out there in the fall to see y'all in person.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.